Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel World with Mike. I don't normally do videos on a Saturday on this channel, but there is a little bit of a little surprise. Now earlier in the week I said that one of my friends was able to get me some parts for the Routemaster, and today I have spent probably about an hour or so putting some parts on. Now this is what I would call an off-camera project. I used to film on this on my channel, but because of the amount of stock issues I'm facing with this, I actually took it off the channel, and this is like an off-camera sort of project. But I've got a few little surprises to show you on my bus one way back from, I think it was like 2018 when they bring it out, but this is from the Hachette version. And let's show you what I've been up to on this lovely build. So we're going to get round to this part here, and as you can see, this is basically where we are. It is dusty because it's been in storage, but I'm going to clean all that up. But are you ready? Look what I've been fitting today. Look at that. So I've been painstakingly putting all them little screws in into the skin work. What I've actually done is put the framing on as well. That's what that part is there. This window here needs, there's a screw that's fell out here, so I'll get that replaced later down the line. I'm not entirely sure what that hole's for. There's no obvious signs of what connects to that, but I've been able to get this skin on. Now, also what we've done is we get round here. This part here needs a frame that allows the skin to be attached to it, and I believe I've got that somewhere around here. I just don't know where I've put it. And then what I decided to do was, originally with this is just dust because it's been in storage for a while, but obviously if you was to get a damp cloth here, as you can see with the top step there, just give it a little spruce up and that'll get that off. As you can see, it's only dust, so we'll get that off and give it a good old clean up. So originally for this part, what I was going to do is completely abolish this back part and turn it into a back seat, a wall. However, I've decided to keep that section now, and what I've done is I've put the back wall back on. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to turn the lovely vehicle round. So I've decided to put the back wall back on because I think I can salvage that. So also what I've decided to do is I've been busy putting this external frame on as well. So I've been putting this back frame on. If any of you guys know, because obviously I'm trying to do this by picture, basically I'm trying to picture how it would go on because I don't have the magazines anymore. This wire, I don't know if that goes through here or whether it goes under and into there. But if some of you guys that build this could let me know, that'd be great. And then obviously these wires would then go into that circuit board. So what I've done is obviously put the back wall on, and I've decided to put some of the framing on. The next problem we have is obviously this part here obviously needs a frame as well. Now obviously this part we can't put the skin on because I don't have that part, but we are working with some of the top leading people in this part work, and hopefully we can get some of the parts. I'm just ever so grateful I've been able to get that skin on through my friend. In here it's very, very dusty, as I said, because it's been in storage, but as I said, with a damp cloth I can easily get all that off. As you can see, it comes off lovely, so I can get all that lovely off and spruce it up and make it all looking nice and new again. The other problem we've got, just seen a bit of the Spitfire there, that should not be in there. The other problem we've got is like some of the seats here have got damaged. That is a lot of work to get that fixed, because it's not just a case of taking the screw out from here and plucking it up. The seat is screwed down to the bottom of here. So to get that off, I've got to rip the whole of this flooring up, which is a lot of work underneath the bus. I have a plan to do this. The way I would plan to do that would be using that Titanic screwdriver. It's got like an angle on it. I might be able to get under here and lift it off the seat bracket that sits under here. I know it looks very messy in here, but remember that it's been in storage and it does need a bit of a clean up. So there we go again, another epoxy siren. Every time I film that happens, so apologies about that. So originally I thought that hole in the skin was for that, because, you know, that's the only obvious hole, but having looked at the video footage of the TV advert, it suggests that the skin actually goes on that side. So obviously moving up, this is basically where we're left at the moment. So I've got obviously the framing on there, and then we need a frame there for that to do. Then it would be a case of, obviously in here again needs a little bit of a scrub up. It's got really dusty in there. So as you can see, a lovely damp cloth to get that all in there, and that will come off looking like that. So just needs a bit of a clean up because it's been in storage, you see, and as you can see it will come off, but that's a, you know, a day job where I can go round and spruce that all up. So yeah, okay. So the other problem is obviously once we've got that on, I can't, you know, I'm not going to give up with this because I think it's doable, but for now it's going to remain very much a single decker. The plan of action is to basically put the roof on from here to there. The problem we've got is obviously I don't think we're going to be getting any much of the top deck, so from here I would have to like make my own sort of cab, if you like, roofing. And then obviously again from here we know that the roof hangs over there, so that's going to be fine, and then it's pretty much ready for a single decker bus. So I'm very hopeful. I do miss working on this build. It is such a lovely build, and the problem is with Agora you can't start halfway through. They expect you, you know, you've got to start all the way from issue 1 again. So yeah, I never thought to this day that there'd be, you know, at least some skin that we could put onto this, and just to get, you know, that side on is a massive achievement, and I'm ever so grateful. You know, obviously the way you screw this in is it screws into the roof that would originally sit there, but before I do that I need to give this slot a lovely spruce up and clean. I need to get some of this replaced. If need be, it will just be, this one won't have poles on it, but I think if we can get under there with like an Allen key or something, you know, that has a screw on the end, very similar to that Titanic, we can get under there and untwist it that way and unscrew it, we should be able to lift that seat off and then replace the new seat on there. So yeah, that's where we're looking at the moment for this one. This is the Hachette version for the bus, and it sits very nicely in the cabinet that I've got, and it's just lovely. Really brings back a lot of memories. I made a lot of friends through doing this build, so it has a lot of memories, you know, and even just bits like that, you know, where it folds down again, that's dusty, so I might just give that lovely little spruce up, and look at that, brand new again. So it's just a case of getting all this dust, just a damp cloth, and then that will get all that lovely dust off of here like that, and then obviously this part lifts up into the lovely engine there, and yeah, so we are getting back on it, and yeah, that's where we are. So obviously if I'm not uploading it, as I said, I've took this off the schedule. I don't film this anymore on the channel. The one you're seeing is the Agora version, because there's so much stock problems with this at the moment, trying to get the parts, because the build is finished. It's very difficult to get very early on parts, but as I said, I'm not one for giving up on projects. You know, where there's a will, where there's a will, there's a way. And yeah, I mean, I've just been so lucky to get that skin on. It's just beautiful. Really one of my, there me going again, isn't it? I'm saying that this is my favourite, and it's not my favourite build. I mean, my favourite at the moment would be Titanic, but then when I'm working back on this then becomes my favourite. So I don't really have a favourite. I love working on all the builds I do, and it's a real shame that you know, there weren't a black taxi. I think if they came out with a black taxi, that would be amazing. But yeah, a lot of restoration to do on this, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. We're getting almost ready for the deck. I think personally it's gonna still be a single decker bus, but we've made a big achievement, I think, on that. Just getting some skin, I mean, that's just amazing to put that on. And then obviously bits like this part here, all these little parts going around the edge, that'll be secured onto the roofing and that. So yeah, I hope you like that little update. As I said, that's a rare one because I don't film on this bus. This is bus 1 anymore, but look how lovely that looks. I mean, for me, it's this joiner bit here. I think a little handle goes there because there's some screws for that. But just to get that skin on, I mean, it's lovely. As I said, I do have the bit that says transport along it. But before we can attach that, I need a frame that goes there because it sits onto like a little metal frame thing, as you can see here. And then obviously you put all these little screws in. But yeah, bus 1, guys. So hope you like that video. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. Remember to tap the bell if you want to be notified of all the videos I do. And hopefully by Christmas we should have this looking like a single decker bus. But until then, that's Build the Routemaster from 2018. Bye bye.